we are the Remy Rum Tums. We started playing Mass Effect 3. Let's get everybody's opinions on it.
Well, that's not how we start. We got to look at the missions. Gosh, I got pulled the missions. So we did crazy amount of missions. We did Priority Earth,
Yep.
Mars, Palaven, Citadel, Eden Prime, Grissom Academy, Sirkesh, Attican Traverse, Krogan Team, whatever, Priority Tuchanka. So I guess we can start with the main start, the Priority Earth. I think that was a freaking cool freaking intro. Like that was freaking like it's such a difference from Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2. It's so cinematic.
Hmm.
But is there anything you had takeaways? I mean, I feel like that was a huge freaking opening.
Yeah. Fuck that little boy.
Yeah, that
Well,
to be
actually, that
honest,
that boy was an idiot.
yeah, hiding in the vent. They could have done it. One, I wish, because I had no connection to that boy. What they should have done is made him look like your shepherd. Like, make him have slight facial features, like a baby version of your shepherd, so that you feel good, like you feel for him. Because you're like, dang, that's me. That could have been me.
That would be weird.
No, wouldn't just make him black, basically. If I have a black character,
Yeah.
make the kid black. That's what I'm saying. I
Oh.
don't care about this random kid.
But Trevor's is white, so it looks like him then.
No,
Yep.
it doesn't look like his shepherd. That kid looks weird. It just looks off. His face
He
doesn't look human.
does.
They
I mean,
should
it
make
did
him
look
look
like
slightly
Shepard.
like your shepherd. Well,
He's a
like how they
plant.
did with Mass Effect Andromeda, like where your dad doesn't look like your dad, but it looks
Oh, yeah, yeah.
enough, I guess.
See what you mean.
That
Also, I
kid's an idiot.
noticed the Mass Effect 3, the dialogue is a different style. Like you'll pick a choice and he'll talk like 3 paragraphs. There'll be like
Yeah.
three freaking different cameras for your one choice. Which I mean, it makes it more cinematic, but it does make you have less choice, and that's what annoyed people about Mass Effect 3. That you have like less impact on each decision of your dialogue. But yeah, the combat's how you feel about the combat? The combat's also different, slightly. Gunplay and
I
stuff.
kind of like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
it's way better. And then like even the powers actually have use. Well, my what's it called? My tech armor's useless. It's now useless. It has no
Why?
reason. Because before it would recharge your shields and then it would explode when you run out of shield. But now
Oh,
it just stays forever.
you need to get Edie's defense matrix.
But I don't need it anymore because I have the tech shield and I can't take away that.
No, the defense matrix is like that.
Yeah, but they should have made that the tech armor.
Oh, okay.
Because now what I use tech armor and the defense matrix.
Yeah.
No, infiltrator or is it infiltrator? Whatever the one is, Sentinel. Sentinel's useless. Other than the powers, I get both powers. That's still cool. But then, what? Oh yeah, so the Reapers instantly invade, which is crazy because apparently they're focusing Earth because they're pissed off about Shepard. So they instantly. Dang, Brian's already busy. See what I said?
Started his watch early.
Yep. See, I told you it was going to happen. I with the freaking what else? Oh yeah, so the Reapers invade. For some reason, while you're escaping, you see the kid in the vents. Oh, people are dying. Like, where's your parents, punk? Guys, what the
Mm.
heck are you doing? Just being in the
Probably
vents like
did.
random. And what's weird, you see him initially, like, when the game starts, you see him playing in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
field. How does he get from there all the way to this other building on the other side of the whole city in the
Yep.
vents?
Up
Makes
top
no
and in the
sense.
vents. Yep.
Yeah. Like, what the heck? So then, you fight to get to the Normandy. You see the combat's new, blah, 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 blah. Then the ending scene, which, by the way, that music iconic, the freaking Reaper, blah,
Oh yeah.
blah. But that it was kind of stupid seeing the kid die. Like I know they tried to make it more impactful, but it just
Yeah, it's
didn't really
cringe.
hit.
It's so
It's a
cringe.
They
super
could have
cringe plot
done
line.
that differently. I don't
I
know
literally
how.
don't care about that kid.
Yeah,
He was an idiot.
there's a
I don't
mod.
know why Shepard cares about him.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to make it like, oh man, this is really hitting. Like even kids are getting killed. The Reapers are destroying everything. But there's
That's
this
like already
mod.
implied though.
Yeah, so they're being dumb, and then like the dreams is always about the kid. You're chasing
Yep.
after the kid. There's the mod called Dreams
I
Remade,
hate.
and they made the dreams more impactful because they make it about your actual trauma. Like they make it about say Caden dying, or say
Yeah, that's what I was
Well,
gonna
that's
say.
the other
Bro.
thing too, is that like so he has those dreams about the kid, but then every time he gets asked if he's okay and like what's keeping him up, he like never mentions the kid. He always
yeah,
says something like, "Oh, it's Caden," or "Oh, it's somebody
yeah.
else who we lost." He like
That's
never
why
says it's the kid.
the Dreams Remade mod is so good. Like I wish, like if I could have, I would have just told everyone to download that mod, but that's too much work for everyone to
Yeah,
download mods too.
Like, if
because
he's gonna say that he's thinking about Caden, then the dream should have been about losing Caden.
yeah, or like the mod, like say after Morden's thing, he has a dream about like the mod makes it where he has a dream about Morden, and he's like worrying about that and worrying about like what his choice was with the Genophage. Like it's
Yeah.
actually cinematic. It's so freaking good. But yeah, that was Priority Earth. So then you go to this freaking city. No, you go to Mars because I also didn't like that. I didn't like that you instantly find out a way to defeat the Reapers. Like
Yeah.
literally the second you're like, oh well, we have the whatever it's called. We just gotta build it instantly you figure that out.
No, I
So
mean, but preparing for that.
what do you
Yeah, I
say?
mean, I guess the point of that is that they want you to find out early because the whole point is that it's supposed to take forever. So it would not make sense for you to find out about it
But it
later
doesn't.
and
It
it
makes
take
the
forever.
impact to me like less impactful, like of the Reapers,
It
because
does
like the
seem a little
Reapers
weird.
literally destroy everything. Oh, actually, we have a solution already. We just gotta build it. It's like
Maybe to
okay.
you, but when you play it for the first time, did not feel
I
like
thought
that.
that even for the first time, I was like, "What is
No,
this
you
freaking thing we're building?" We
no, you
instantly
didn't.
know. We just happen to
Where's the
think. Well, go back.
why would it not be Quake? They already had like so much Prothean technology they discovered already.
Yeah.
They
But
just
then
never
that's
knew.
no,
Yeah.
but that's a
So
huge
now
thing
they're
to discover, and it's just like, oh,
but then now
actually, we finally found this, like the ultimate weapon at the last second, literally right
they
when they
worked
landed.
from 4 years and then they have to like figure it out. Now they didn't know about Reapers before.
But they
So
still
what if they
denied the
found it?
Reapers until they landed, literally until they
Maybe they found
landed.
that already on Mars, but now they realize what it's for.
Well, they didn't say that.
Why
What
should
they
they
s-
say that?
because it's a plot hole that makes no sense. And it's Deus Ex Machina. They say at least say like, oh, we've had this in the archives, and we knew of this weapon, but we thought it was for this. We thought it was for the relays, but actually it's for this. But one thing I don't like about Mars, they try so hard to push Liara down your throat. They're like, please romance her.
Do
She's
they?
always
Yes,
around.
she's the first
They do.
person, and they constantly like they're like even though like yeah I did romance her in Mass Effect 1, but they like it's constantly like
But
it's
you romance her again in two
no I didn't
No.
officially I did Tally.
I
on the
never romanced
data
her.
broker.
That doesn't count.
It does.
That's forced, though.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
romanced
count.
Liara and said I'll be with you, and then I romanced Miranda, and it acted like I didn't romance Miranda at all. So
Really?
right now in my story, I literally told Liara I'll be with you, then I found Miranda, and I told Miranda I'll be with you too. So I'm like literally playing two people.
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I I feel I understand what Jabari's saying. I got like pressured into telling Liara that there's still something between
You
us.
feel pressured in a game?
Well,
Yeah.
you know what O'Neill means. Like you feel like that's the choice you have to make.
Yeah.
And then like she also like how integral she is to like she's going to Shepard's room. I don't know if you must have got to that part where she's like, "Oh, I just want to build this
Yeah, it happens.
whatever." I'm like, "What
That's
the heck? Stop making Liara. I don't want to talk to Liara. I want my Callie back. I don't care about freaking
out.
Liara
Tally's dead.
or how you can't like that was your one time to see Jack, Trevor. And that's
Wait,
it's over now.
did Tally die for
Oh,
Trevor?
but that was
Yeah,
worth, though.
where he
Tally's
trolled.
dead.
He sided
Jack
with the
is up.
Legion.
Yep. Jack is hot, and she
But
loyal.
but then it turns out with Mars, Cerberus is there. I mean, people always say it doesn't make sense why Cerberus this, but it makes sense in a way that they would like
But
if Cerberus truly thought there's a way we can control the Reapers and they're confident. It makes sense that they're going to try screwing over everyone else so they can get the
remember,
Crucible. What you say?
it's whatever. Cerberus is a dictatorship, so it's whatever Lucian wants.
Yeah. And then people always say like, how does Cerberus get so many troops? But that makes sense to me too, because they literally say in the game like those people who guard the door, like between the whatever they're called, like the freaking Palaven dude and the main ship, that area where you can see like the score of the galaxy map, crap,
Yeah,
whatever. Like they were talking in one of the guards for that door. She said that oh she knew someone in the alliance who got injured, and he still wanted to fight to help the Reapers, but he got honorably discharged, so he went to Cerberus instead because he still wanted to fight. So it makes sense that like and then it's not like they have like a whole army. Like they might have like 100 people like per like world or whatever, like who you're fighting. So like what? It's not hard to get 10,000 people. It's not hard to get 50,000 people. Look at terrorist groups. They have a fair amount of people, and that's like, why would you ever join that? And then like Cerberus is like a huge company. Like everyone knows Cerberus. So it would make sense. They're going to get a lot of recruits who
I
want
don't get
money
why
or
they're
whatever.
like, why are they interfering with stuff? Like, I get that they want humanity to come out on top, but like the way they're screwing with everything seems like they're just gonna make sure that nobody comes out on top.
Because he's confident that he can control the Reapers. That's basically it. Because that's what he was saying. Like, oh, you guys, Shepard, you just want to destroy, but I know we can control. Blah 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 blah.
Uh,
But then, what else happens on Mars? Of course, you meet Liara. You
yep.
send James back. I didn't want to send James back. I like James. James is kind of a Chad.
Yeah, it forces you to send James back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that to that
But what
girl.
if you don't save Garrus?
Wait. What?
Wait,
What if Garrus dies for you? What would happen?
what are you talking about? That's way forward.
I
That's
think
for
he's
Wait,
talking
Palaven.
about in Mass Effect 2.
oh, you're fucking still talking about. I'm
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
still talking Mars. It's saying when he
Yeah,
sends James back, so then
yeah.
you can be with Liara and Ashley.
So that freaking
Oh
I don't even
yeah.
know what is she, like a mech or something that you had to fight,
Yeah, she's
or
Yeah.
some
she
type of new
runs.
AI.
So literally, that run animation was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen.
I don't really like Traction either.
Why is she running like that?
She was ready to kill. She was sprinting.
He literally just rounded a corner.
Garrus does the same thing. Like there is one part for Palaven where you have to follow Garrus, and if you
Yeah.
run too fast and you catch up to him, he'll like run. He has like a stiff back when he runs. He doesn't like actually lunge his feet. He like walk runs. It's actually so troll. But yeah, at the end of Mars, the mech thing wrecks freaking Ashley for literally no reason, and
Yep.
then you kill it. Oh, James does a heroic like crash into the freaking
At
ship
first,
or
I thought
whatever.
he trolled because I was thinking that they were gonna want to like capture her and like keep her alive to question her. So
Mm.
I was like, he's about to troll by just ramming the ship and killing her. But then I was like, remember that she had data or something. That's all they really cared
Hmm.
about.
And then yeah, so Ashley goes to the hospital, and that's when you go to Citadel. Did you
Yep,
actually visit Ashley in the?
I did. Yeah,
You let your whole crew just run around at a collector base. No weapons.
no bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing.
Okay.
He said, figure it out.
Also, I mean, like the Citadel is waste. I don't like how they did the Citadel. I mean, I didn't like how they did it in Mass Effect 2 either. Because it feels small.
It
It
is
doesn't feel
definitely
like
smaller.
big like Mass Effect 1, like where it's like, oh, this is an actual place people
Well,
exist
Mass
in.
Effect 1 was an RPG. These aren't.
Yeah, it's action. I don't even know if you can call it an action art. Well, I guess it's an action RPG. So then after the Citadel, oh yeah, you talk to Udina. Udina seems kind of true. Cool.
He
I mean, for you
does.
guys, it's you guys got screwed over because Anderson just quits for whatever reason. Oh, I was never meant to be as a counselor. My Udina there the whole time. But he like if you go through everything, like talking to people, he actually did good things the entire time. Even in his codex, they're saying like, oh, he's shockingly like good with the alien like relationships and stuff. Like he actually helps everyone out. Like Udina's like an actual good guy,
Yep.
ironically. So then after freaking Citadel, you go to Palaven because the council of course doesn't help you out. Which I mean, to be fair, it makes sense because they're like we're going to help ourselves out before we help out Earth. Screw you
Does
guys.
not make sense. No,
It does. Why would they help us out? Their planets are burning too.
because it's only because of me that life is still alive on this in this fucking
So
galaxy.
I mean, in the end, that's still their home world. It's the same. Like let's just say, let's say, I don't know, England really saved, or yeah, say England. England really saved us for some war, but then war happens in America worldwide. We're helping America first. I don't care about freaking England. I don't care what they've done for us. I want America saved before I help them. But then the freaking Turian dude comes up to you privately. He's like, "Oh, actually, we would help you out if you help out Pelican. We need the Krogan." And we need to have like our council, or we have to have those talks with our whatever he's called, with our president or whatever, and their president. So then you have to go to Palaven. So you go to Palaven, you go to their moon, you see them getting wrecked. I mean, there's really nothing to say about that one. You just fight. You see Garrus again, I guess.
Yeah.
Garrus is still Garrus. He's still your bro. And you get the new guy. So this guy, the first guy died. So the thing stepped down to the new guy. You
Yep.
just pick him up. So then, what happened after that? I mean, is there anything to say about the Palaven arc?
Not really.
No.
So then we go to Eden Prime for the DLC where you get Javik. I mean,
Based.
it was short. But Javik's a quality character.
He is a quality character.
I like how he looks down at people. It's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's primitives or whatever. Or how the Solarians used to eat bugs or whatever.
Yeah, he's like,
It's
they
just
used to
funny.
eat flies.
Yeah,
Oh, the
He's like,
Asari. I'm sorry.
he's
it's
The
hilarious.
actually
Asari
funny.
can write now.
It's actually funny. But it must suck though. Like, can you imagine that happening? Because in his perspective, like he closes his eyes, he wakes up. It's just a whole different universe.
Yep.
But then I was also thinking, like, like because it's a new entire race to them or new alien species, but in a way they're used to that. Like you wouldn't be shocked to see a new alien because you're already so
Yeah.
used to all these different aliens. So like it's interesting. Like say someone who finds out that there's a Prothean walking around the Citadel, like you would be interested, but oh wow, a Prothean. But you wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. Because you've seen
Yeah.
like floating freaking octopuses and stuff. Like you've seen
Yeah.
literally every, so you're not gonna be like shocked by that. Or say on his perspective, he's not gonna be shocked by seeing Asari or freaking humans or whatever, because he's already seen all these aliens in his
Yeah.
line too. Also, it's crazy that he was saying like how long it took. Like they make it seem like the Reapers like kind of destroyed really quickly, but he said it took like centuries for them to
Yeah,
Well,
because
freaking
he
it's
kill
said it
great.
off
was like a
everything.
war of attrition or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Protheans had like so many civilizations too.
Yeah. Which I mean, they try to like look down, like say like, oh, it's wrong for them to like, be the top dogs of their galaxy.
Yeah.
But the way he explained it, he didn't really say slaves. It's just like we would meet a civilization and say you are either Prothean or we're gonna kill you. And then most of the time they would say, okay, well, I guess we're Prothean.
I mean, it's basically what's that word? I mean, they're just giving them they're on their Prothean role. I mean,
Yeah. What's it called with Africa? Oh, colonization or something
no,
else.
I forgot the word.
Annex.
I'm pretty sure he mentioned.
He mentioned
He did
some
mention
stuff like
slavery.
that. But other
But you
ones he was saying,
basically like they basically like annex them or whatever. Kind
mhm.
of. Well, actually, it's more than an annex because annex can still relatively operate independently. So they don't think they let them operate independently at all.
Also, his reasoning for why they lost actually kind of made sense too. Because he's saying that because everywhere in the galaxy, or at least all the smart species, were all Prothean technically, like they all followed the Prothean rule, the Prothean laws, Prothean language, it was
Yeah.
easy for the Reapers to like manipulate that.
Yep.
Meanwhile, like with this one, they have to like learn all these different like strategies and ways of thinking and stuff like that. So that's the reason why potentially they could have a harder time, I
Yeah.
guess. But yeah. So then after Javik, we go to Grimson Academy because they're Cerberus is just taking people, I guess. They're just like, well, we don't have enough scientists, even though we have enough scientists to do crazy stuff. We want all the
Well,
scientists.
they wanted the biotics because they were like strong. They
Oh,
wanted really good biotics.
okay. I guess that makes
Yeah, because
sense.
they were after the students. They wanted all the biotic students who were in the military training.
But what I don't get is like I feel like they could have. I mean, I know it's because it's the game, so it has to be an enemy. But I feel
Mhm.
like realistically, they could easily have gotten those people without like killing off the whole school.
Probably could have, yeah. But
And then
then
like,
again, it was under alliance control, so like they had to
oh, that
like
is true.
still
Yeah,
fight off alliance people to get in
yeah.
there.
But then
Yep.
you see Jack. I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yep.
Jack mellowed out. She's now a teacher. She has like a reason for doing something. Like I think that's a cool
Mhm.
character arc.
I don't see Jack.
Oh, true. Who did you see? You just saw no
Oh
one.
yeah.
Just saw the square root of
Oh, that cringe. The square
Wait,
root of
but
one
who
of
is their
ours.
teacher, or do they not have a teacher? Because Jack's
just
dead.
random lady.
Okay.
Wait, did one of your students die then?
Mm-mm.
They did or didn't?
Well, there was
Because
one that like died before I got there. I'm pretty sure.
what about at the end? Like where
No, I didn't have anybody else
oh,
die
because
because
at the end Jack does a saving thing.
I had them just play support
Yeah,
or
I did that
whatever.
too.
No, 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 no,
Like
no. I'm talking about like
he's
you get into the Atlas. You remember that? Like you get into the little mech thing,
yeah.
and then after that scene, you go to like go into the shuttles. But then there's
Yeah.
one girl who somehow is left out. At
I
least
never
for
had
I
that.
didn't I didn't
what?
have anybody die.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Right, you know what I'm talking about?
Say it again.
After the mech, it's the very last part of the mission. You're about to go into the shuttle, but then you see one of the classmates. They're like stuck behind the
Yeah,
wall. Yeah, and Jack
yeah,
saves her.
so, yeah.
Nope. I never
Right?
had that.
How do
I
you
didn't even
not
They
have
have
that?
that
Well, it makes
whole
sense why O'Neill
interaction.
doesn't have that, but
y'all must have
No, you have
struggled.
it's like early in the mission. You have to like talk to. You find her like you find her like sitting around like guards. You have to go like save her or something.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense. So, is there anything else to say about that mission other than like you saw Jack, she's chilling?
Yeah, it's hot.
I mean, that was the hardest mission in the game.
Was it?
To be honest, Mass Effect 3 is easy for me. I just use that sniper, the
That
Willow or whatever, the
I
Widow.
have
Is the
that.
sniper that good?
Yeah, I one shot stuff. I'm
I have
wrecking.
the
Yeah,
Prothean beam rifle, and that literally deletes
Oh yeah, I've
everything.
seen that. That thing is freaking strong.
Plus, it has the if you hold down the charge, I think once it gets through like 50 rounds or something, and you keep holding it down, then the beam gets stronger.
Yeah,
So, and like I use that to melt tanks.
for me, I just do the Widow for everything, which is
Mm.
annoying because the Sentinel was a sniper class in the first place in Mass Effect 1. Then they take away the sniper in Mass Effect 2. I finally get it back in Mass Effect 3. I'm wrecking. Also, if you give it to Garrus, Garrus will one shot stuff too. Like
Oh
Garrus
yeah,
will
I
be
think
one shotting
I
stuff.
always try to give. I like upgraded his sniper damage, and then I try to give him the best sniper because
Mm.
right now I run with Garrus and the Prothean.
So then, after the freaking whatever, you do the Sirkesh thing. So you do the diplomatic whatever. So it turns
Yep.
out Rex, I guess, is just the voice of the people, the voice of his people, I guess now.
Yeah, because he unified everyone.
So he's pissed because it turns out the Solarians just, which is stupid. I don't know. It feels like it ruined, like it takes away your choice. So it turns out, oh, actually, that guy from Morden's mission, he did actually cure Genophage. He actually did cure it. And there was one survivor, or there were five survivors. So we need to get them back. Only one survivor's left now because they're all dying. So you go to Sirkesh because the only way to get the Krogans to fight for the Turians, so then the Turians fight for you, is to cure the Genophage.
Yep.
So you go to Sirkesh, which is the Solarian homeworld, where they're literally experimenting on every species.
Yeah.
They're experimenting on the Yogg. They're experimenting on the little rat dog things, whatever they're called. I
Yeah.
saw them experimenting with the what are those creatures called? The ones that you see on Omega who look all busted. The Vorcha. They were
Oh
experimenting
yeah.
on the
Oh
Vorcha. I'm like, those are sentient beings. Like, that's crazy. That's like you might as well be experimenting on humans. Like and then they're happily what's it called? What do they do with the Krogan? Uplifting. They're happily uplifting all these species.
they
So
just can't help
yeah,
themselves.
they literally cannot help themselves. Also, it's kind of cool if you're walking around, like while you're about to go and get the Krogan female, you can hear that they're like hinting that the Cerberus came in or whatever.
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, there's all this chatter in the radio. Oh, we saw a plane fly by. Something, something,
well,
something.
they're not hinting that it's Cerberus. They're hinting that something is coming.
Well, yeah, it's something, but it's still cool. It's like a cool like hinting. I don't know. I like when games do that, like where you can figure stuff out before it happens.
I mean,
Instead of it
obviously
just
something's
happening.
going to happen. You're not going to just do a mission and
Well,
then you
yeah,
don't
but I
fight.
mean, at least I know that something like, oh man, there's a mystery. What's happening?
Imagine you just go up there and you just leave the planet like nothing happened.
I feel like,
That would be
dang,
fun.
dang. But
But who
then,
did you guys choose to go on that mission?
what?
Who'd you choose to go on that mission?
Who did I choose? I know I picked Garrus. Oh,
Because you
oh,
pick the
also,
here, they say like certain stuff.
who did I pick? I didn't pick Liara.
Like when you pick Leon Garrison, when that Shadow Broker thing comes out, he
Oh, I
goes,
did pick Liara Garrison. Yeah,
he,
that's
Garrus
funny.
goes, look, it's another Shadow Broker. What does he say? He said like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
he said something like, "Oh, there's another shadow broker coming" or something, and then
yeah,
he
yeah.
said, "I could have sworn he's breathing like Liara under his breath or
yeah,
something like that." But it's funny. What's annoying though? I forgot what was the annoying thing. Crap. Dang, there was something that was annoying, and now I don't.
Rex.
Oh yeah, Rex was pissed at me because he somehow
Why?
found out that I killed Malin or whatever with the data.
Oh, you destroyed the data.
Yeah, I destroyed the data. And he's like, "Oh, how dare you? You know, blah 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 blah. You know, or so you're just doing this for yourself. You're not really helping out." You Cerberus is going. Oh yeah, I had a theory about that. I think the Stellarian Albatross or whatever her name is, Albatrash or
Yeah,
whatever.
Chris.
I think she's the one who told Cerberus
Oh yeah.
Why?
Oh,
because she was so pissed about like you about to cure the
Yeah.
genophage. I
Then
think
why would
she
she tell you about Eugenia? Well, never mind. Never mind.
now yeah, but I don't think she knew at that point.
No, that
So
was the
I
count. That was the counselor, not
oh
the
that's true.
Delatoro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think she told because it doesn't make sense that Cerberus knew
She
because
probably
remember it
did.
Right.
happened instantly. You instantly went down to Sirkesh after that meeting, and somehow
But
Cerberus automatically knew. The only person who
wait,
would be
does,
mad and tell
does she tell you to destroy the Genophage then? No, she tells you later.
no, yeah, she was just saying that don't start like
Uh,
what are you trying to do? This. This is a mistake. Don't blah 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 blah
no,
blah.
why would she do
I
that to
think
kill
she
her own
told
people?
because she knows that your plan is to cure the genophage, and she's completely opposed to that.
But why
Yep.
would she kill her own people?
Because
Well,
she's
yeah,
that hell bent on stopping the
yeah,
Genophage.
it's worth it. That's just a small research base.
Okay, okay, yeah,
If that's the only thing that makes sense. If not, then that's troll. That just Cerberus just has spies everywhere. They just know everything. So I'm
yeah.
like, it must have been her.
I feel like it's gotta be something with that they what do they call 'em? Inorganics? What do they call 'em?
The
Machine?
death?
No,
Oh,
that
synthetics.
3D synthetic. That's the word. That Edie's using.
It
It's
could
gotta
be.
have something to do with that.
It
Come
could
on, the
be.
body. Oh, yeah, maybe.
But she said she did all these like hacking programs or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot to even mention that Edie takes her. So now,
but
oh, Edie can fight with you, which is kind of troll in a way. I mean, it's
Yep.
good for Joker because now Joker was already starting to flirt with Edie after that incident happened, like
Uh
with
huh.
the like where they took over the ship, and now he has
Yeah.
a reason. He has a body now. He's chilling. He is
Like
chilling.
after I forget exactly the exchange, but after you see her, she's like, "I'm gonna go." She's like, "I'm sure Joker wants to see me or something,"
Yeah.
and then Shepard's like, "Yeah, I'm sure he does," or something like
hmm
that. I don't know.
I think even like what's her name? Like if you go to oh wait, you can't talk to Dr. Chakwas. Dang. Who's your doctor then?
I got another
yeah,
doctor.
the first game.
That's
I
crazy.
It's a
Because if you talk to Chakwas, she'll say like, "Who was that who just passed by?" And you're like, "That's Edie," and she's like, "Oh, Joker's gonna love this."
But then
So
there's
you
that
happy.
other girl.
oh, you
There's
don't
that
have her
other.
either, Trevor.
Huh?
You don't have her either.
No, Trevor
I
has her.
have I have chocolates, but I don't have
He doesn't have
that.
Gabby.
But I
Oh,
have that other girl who like was
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
she learns that Edie is a
Specialist.
AI after all, and like
Oh,
not
I
just
thought that
some
was
whatever.
weird.
She's like, oh, I hope you forgive me for all those times I said your voice was hot.
Yeah. So I actually wanted to talk about that because there's two versions of what I believe is a cringe representation of LGBT and such a quality representation. Cringe is the doc, whatever her name is, who's by the galaxy map, like where she's actively constantly be like, "Oh yeah, I'm a lesbian, by the way. Oh, I love your voice. Oh, I'm about to explode hearing just a female be near me." Where I'm like, "This is so cringe. Shut up." Shut up, you're cringe. Meanwhile, the guy downstairs, the whoever I forgot his name, but the shuttle pilot, he's so freaking cool. He's like a normal dude, and like he talks
Oh,
about it, but he doesn't
I
like
think
put it in your
he
face.
like casually says his husband one time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where it's like natural. Like you don't have to like just because you like a dude doesn't mean that's your whole personality. Like you have
yeah,
a life outside of that. So he's just like, oh, my husband died, and it's like you talk to him. He's not constantly flirting with you. It's just like, oh, this is a cool guy. And then like freaking what's his name? The Hispanic dude. I forgot his name already.
James.
Yeah, James. Where James and him are bros and they just joke around together. I'm like, this is a cool freaking representation. This is how it should always be. Like where it's not like say Liara. Liara's not always talking about how she's straight. We're just like, oh yeah, I love men. Oh, I love men. No, you're just like,
That's because
okay,
she's
I
not
know you're
straight.
straight.
Hello.
Okay, whatever. Okay, then Miranda. Miranda's like, I just love men. Oh, I love your voice. No, she's just like, you're just like, I know you're straight. Let's talk about other stuff now. Like, you don't have to bring it up. It's so freaking cringe. And they do that in every game. Like, oh, someone is some type of representation. I gotta tell you this 50 times so you know. Like, there's no way you're remember. I have to keep telling you. I have to put it in every dialogue tree that, oh, I am part of this community. Like, shut up. Oh, screw that girl.
Oh, I
What?
forgot to ask. Do you guys have the tag along
Wait,
on your
Kurt's
show?
Kurt's watching, I think. Hey, Kurt. Unlucky. I would have, but yeah. What do you say?
Do you guys have the tag along on your ship?
Tag along.
Did a reporter?
Oh
Oh, I
yeah, she's
did.
annoying too, though. Did you
What?
get the
Why?
fight? There's a fight that happens where she was like, "Oh, I'm just publishing a story," and the crewmate is saying, "But your story is like making the alliance look bad, and it's like it's saying stuff." She's like, "Well, I'm just saying what I want to say," and then you figure out that she said that what the alliance should do is sacrifice all these colonies to save this planet or whatever, and she's making an opinion piece. He's like, "It's just an opinion."
I haven't had an issue with her like that.
Yeah, it's one of those like because it like there's like these sudden things like where you can like pick a side for certain things. At some point when you go down to the reporter, she'll say there'll be that.
Oh, okay.
I'd like kick her
Yeah,
off
she's
that.
getting kicked off instantly. That
Yeah,
was the only reason I brought her on.
I'm like, it's not in like the opinion piece. It's like something like, oh man, I wish we something. It's like a literal like trying to do some type of what's it called, war calculus or whatever, or death calculus or whatever. We're like, oh, we should just kill everyone in these colonies to keep these guys alive. Look, you're a reporter. You report. I don't need your opinion. You're grateful to be on my ship in the first place. I should park this right on freaking Earth. Let you report on that in person, little punk. But yeah, then after that, what else? Oh yeah, yeah. There are some side missions. So before you go to Tuchanka, you can do certain side missions. But oh wait, I
Hmm.
forgot. I forgot to even mention. You on Sirkesh, you see Morden again. Morden turns out
Yep.
he's the mole. He's still guilty about the Genophage crap. So he helped to like I guess leak the information to Rex that there's a
Mhm.
surviving woman or what female Krogan. Did you? I mean, Brian also mentioned this like a while ago. Well, he mentioned this on text a while ago, like in Mass Effect 1. But Morden's voice actor for Mass Effect 3 is different from the one for Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, it's hard. You can't even tell.
Yeah, you barely can tell. Like, you can tell, slightly tell because Mass Effect 2, Morden talks a little faster. But yeah, you barely tell. Like, if you didn't tell me that, I would have never known. I think the only time I had a hint that something was off, and I think that's the reason why I looked it up a while ago, was because when he's singing his song, the
It's
modern
different.
Solari, yeah, it's slower and different. I was like, why is he doing it slower?
Well, it's because he's like reminiscing. He's about to die too.
That's true. But there's side missions before you cure the genophage. There's some side missions. You can do the bomb squad thing because the Turians are just like just monsters basically. Or you can do the Krogan thing like where they found what's it called? What was it called? The
Crack
Rack
nine.
Knife. So let's just talk
I
about the
did
Rack
all.
Knife. So Grunt's back. He's chill. He's chilling. He's happy with his new life. It was nice to see Grunt's growth, you know?
Yep.
Which is crazy because he's technically like a year old, maybe if that. He's like 7 months old. So he's already like the leader of his own squad. That's something kind of stupid too. That you literally make a choice about the Arachnite. You can destroy the queen, you can keep the queen. No matter what, the queen comes back. Because even if you kill the queen comes back in Mass Effect 3. Also, I had to ask ChatGPT for the choice at the end.
Same queen?
What?
Yeah,
Why
it's
does
the
it
same
sound like a
queen.
dude now?
Yeah, it's the same queen apparently.
Well, I think it's because the Reaper or something.
I was actually asking ChatGPT because I was like, isn't she indoctrinated? Like she's all chained up, cursing like demon Rachni. I'm like,
Yeah.
I should technically kill her, right? Because she's freaking indoctrinated. But ChatGPT gave a good argument saying that she's not indoctrinated. So I was like, okay, whatever. I won't kill her
What is it
because
doing there? Is it just like looking up on Reddit, like asking your question and then clicking like a Reddit post?
wait, what do you mean?
Like,
Say it
how
again.
is
Like, just how
ChatGPT
does
deciding?
ChatGPT know if she's indoctrinated or not?
Because it can, it's basically looking at the average of the whole internet. And what the most, you know how it works. The most likely choice for this, and then types the
I
whole
don't
thing.
know how it works.
Basically, I mean, this is a whole different subject, but basically, how ChatGPT works when you type something, hello, my name is Jabari. Who are you? It will go based off of these sentences that was just typed to me. What is the likely word, singular word that comes next? And it'd be like, oh, usually what comes next after these words, probability of blah, 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 is my. After my, the probability of all these words plus my is name, the probability of all this after name is, and the probability of blah blah blah, blah is ChatGPT. So it's all probabilities. It's like basing it off of the next word. Like, okay, what's the next word predicted? Is this? What's the next word predicted? Is this? And now just expand that to 5 paragraphs or whatever. And that's why it's technically not thinking. It's just doing probability. Like it's not thinking in the back of his head. Like, in my memory bank is this, 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 this. It's basically just a bunch of probabilities. But it's because it's so complex in so many freaking dimensions. It's the smartest thing in the universe. So
Okay,
there's
let's
that.
move on.
So I mean, Grunt had a cool freaking action scene. I thought that was freaking impactful.
Did Grunt survive for everybody?
No,
Better of.
Grunt died for you?
No, I said he
no,
better
I
of.
said he survived.
That was freaking cool. But I mean, his last words were kind of cringe. Could someone give me something to eat? I'm like, you could have said literally anything else. But then, so you do that for the bomb disposal thing. It turns out the Turians planted a freaking planet destroying bomb as a just in case for the Krogan because they're like,
I
oh,
mean,
just in case the
we
Genophage doesn't do
freaking
enough.
bombed Japan just in case.
No, 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 no. We bombed Japan because Japan said, no, we're going to keep on fighting. So we're like,
Would they?
are you
Yep.
sure about that? And they're like, yes, we're sure. So we dropped one bomb. And they're like, no, we're still going to keep on fighting. So we dropped a second bomb. And then they're like, okay, okay, sure, sure. Okay, whatever. We'll stop.
They're just using us
No,
just
no,
like
no, no,
just
no,
in
no,
case.
no. That's like if we, like Japan said, we surrender. We're okay, we're done. And we're like,
Did
like
Krogan's
they surrendered after Genophage because they couldn't repopulate.
Yeah, fast
So they
enough to keep
surrender,
up.
and then that's like America being like, we still don't really trust Japan though, so we're gonna plant a freaking atom bomb under
I mean,
Tokyo just in case.
to be
And keep it
fair,
there.
we did take away their military and we established like a whole bunch of bases in their country. So
Yeah, but that's just
Yeah, but
taking away their military.
we didn't put a bomb inside one of
Yeah,
their
like
volcanoes
yes,
or
like if
something.
through that
we
bomb
have
the
freaking
Krogan race is
warships.
gone.
Got warships in there.
But anyway.
But anyway, so you had to dispose that bomb. For some reason, Cerberus was going to blow the bomb, I guess.
Yep.
I don't get that part. I mean, I actually just
I
don't
think
get
they
the
were just
reason.
doing it because there was just another way to make sure humans stay on top.
Yes, it just didn't make sense. But it's funny, like when they apparently planted the bomb, you could see the Cerberus like vessels like flying out as fast as they could. Like they're leaving people because they were trying to get out so fast. But then, oh, the guy's son dies because apparently the
Which was
only
such
way.
a troll death, by the way.
Yeah,
Like, why?
Yeah,
Why was pulling out what is like the dude like fucking Superman or the Hulk? Like him pulling out those things was like breaking the whole. It made no
And then he
sense.
just fucking falls to his death.
I mean, at least for the Turians,
Troll way to
that's a
die.
good left, a good death.
No, that was not a good
No,
death. He
they honor
trolled so
sacrifice.
hard. Yeah, okay. He trolled so hard.
Also, the thing, like, you know how his people hated him or whatever? It didn't make
Oh
sense why
yeah.
his people hated him, to be honest. Like, he just
Mm,
messed up. Like, that's not like, it's not like he did it on purpose. He wanted to, like, be under the radar. It turned out, I guess, was it? Like, it was foggy or something. He couldn't see the mountains and they crashed. Like, okay. Like, I mean, yeah, they all died for it, but it's not like he did something, like, insane.
yeah.
But yeah, there's that. So then, finally, also, if you talk to people on the ship, talk to, what's her name? Eve on the ship. Like for me, she was coughing constantly, so I knew she was just going to die. I was like, I guess I messed up because she would like say something and then Morden took me to the side and said, "Oh, she doesn't have long." I'm like, "What the heck?" That's the thing I don't like about Mass Effect. Like, renegade choices are never good.
Yeah.
They're never the good choice. It's always like you basically have to go full Paragon or you just troll the whole game for yourself. It's so stupid. Like, they need to make at least one time where the renegade choice is actually like that. Multiple times where the renegade choice is the good choice. Like where it's like, oh, actually, you need it to be mean here to save the day. You can't be happy-go-lucky every time. Or like, oh, actually, curing the genophage is the only way. You know, you have to cure the genophage, actually. Like, it makes sense because you need the Krogan support, but it's still troll. Like, I want to be able to make my own decision and not have these consequences just because, oh, it's a little mean. Like, what the heck? Building the atom bomb is mean. Nothing to say? Okay,
I
screw you
mean, I
guys.
agree.
But then, cure the
oh,
genophage.
sorry.
So we go to Tuchanka. What else? What happens?
Yeah,
Fight the Reaper thing.
Now I'm trying to think of like the actual story beats of the mission. You go to
Oh.
Tuchanka, something happens. For some reason, I know you're on
Mm,
the ships or you're on the whatever you call it. You're on
Oh well,
the cars.
you're told that that the thing is the tower is sabotage.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the lady basically calls you and she's like, "Hey, so I know you're about to go to that tower to cure the genophage, but we've already screwed with it, and Morden's gonna figure it out, but we want you to like stall him so he can't fix it, kind of thing."
Did you guys actually stall him?
And then
no, hello.
and I
Yeah,
didn't.
true. But I was but that's the thing. Like, I forgot what I was
But I
gonna
was
say.
still on
It
the
was really
fence
fast.
because,
Is there
like,
a psychopath here who didn't warn them, or
No,
I
well,
was
I did
going
warn them
to
at
warn them the
first.
first time, but then it cuts you off
Yeah.
because then it doesn't let you warn them
No,
yet,
I didn't.
yeah?
I was
and then you
going
get
to
back
not warn them.
you like do some stuff like fighting enemies, whatever, and then you get back on the shuttle, and then they start talking all this mess. Like Rex starts talking about how they're gonna expand
Yeah,
the empire,
yeah.
and I'm
It's
like,
like,
oh
what
no.
the?
So then I was just like, maybe I shouldn't. Because then she's like, oh wait, Shepard, you were gonna say something, but I got interrupted. And I just like, it was nothing.
Wait, so the
Oh, not just
Genophage
thinking
didn't get
about
cured
Earth.
for you?
So then, Morden also was there, like, looking like he was sus of them now. So then, when we got to the tower, and
Bro,
then
don't
Morden's
skip
like,
to. We can get to that after,
okay,
because
okay,
there's
okay,
still parts between that crap that
okay,
happens. But yeah, I agree that that was like wild. That like Rex instantly showing what's wrong with the Krogan
yeah,
instantly. But then like what was annoying, like when your ship gets disrupted or whatever, they're like, oh, we
yep.
can't cross this bridge. It can't
Oh, it's
support
just
the
so
charge.
stupid.
But then something happens, and then they're able to cross the bridge. It's like
Yeah, they just
what?
magically crossed the bridge.
It's like what was this whole thing for?
So
Also, it's stupid
stupid.
that like the Turians are like, oh, we're gonna send in air support. I'm like, don't do it. We are stuck right now. They're like, well, it's
Yeah,
too late now. We're gonna go in, and then they go in. It's like, doesn't make sense. Like,
they're
just call it
actually.
off.
Now we see why they're losing. They're
Actual
all
trolls.
stupid.
Like it was like one after the other next thing that was troll.
Yeah, and then
Rex
they get
instantly
ripped to
talking.
shreds,
Yeah.
and then he's like, "All right, we got to get out."
And they just go over the bridge. The bridge that apparently couldn't handle anything.
Yep.
So then because you're split up, you go under the ground and you see like
Yeah.
the old Krogan catacombs, which is crazy because they make it seem like this is ancient. Oh, these are ancient Krogan. But no, this is just Krogan pre-destroying their
Pretty.
Earth.
Yeah.
So it's like as if like it's basically like the 1700s for them. Like
Yeah.
like the 1700 wasn't cave drawings for us. We were pretty advanced. We had steam engines, we had freaking muskets, we had what all this other crap. But the Krogan, oh, we're still cave drawing. We're still under the caves building this crap. I'm like, what
What do
the
you
heck?
mean? They had nukes.
What do you say?
They had nukes.
I'm saying like when the thing happened and you're under the catacombs and and they're saying like, oh, you're seeing what the Krogan used to be, and she's saying like these are what the Krogan were before they nuked their entire world and then needed to be uplifted by the Solarians. But before they had nukes, it's not like they just came out of the caves and instantly started building nukes. Like
Yeah.
they had tech. Like we had tech before we built nukes.
So what are you talking about?
I'm saying why are they building? Why they make the old Krogan look like they're freaking cavemen drawing on the walls?
Yeah, like they're ancient Egyptians or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anything, it should show like normal houses. They did the
Yep.
same with the Koreans. Like, you're like, oh, this is ancient Korean,
I don't think we
technology.
can see that argument because we didn't say how long ago those people were around.
No,
It could
because
be
the
2000.
Krogan Genophage. Well, I guess I don't know that, but that means the Krogan advanced quick. If they didn't, they advanced quick as mess. They went from cave drawings to nukes instantly,
I mean, how long ago were we freaking cave drawing?
like
2000.
10,000 years ago. Over
2000.
10,000 years. No, not 2,000. Hello? 2,000. 2,000 years ago was like ancient Rome. Caesar was 0 BC, Bryant. Caesar was around with Jesus stuff or whatever.
What were we drawing?
Regular thing, like clay tablets. The Romans, Bryant. Romans were 0 BC. So then, like, what's it called? Freaking, but like even ancient Egyptian was like 4,000 BC.
Hmm.
For us to be like cave drawing,
Drawing.
that was like 10,000 BC. That's so far away from us. So far away from the nukes or whatever.
But anyway,
But anyway, you see stuff, cave drawings about Kalros, the mother of all thresher ball, and then instantly you start feeling the vibrations. It just happens that you're like, actually, she's just here.
yep.
So then, you escape, or you leave the caves. Instantly, the freaking mother of all thresher balls is chasing their freaking vehicles. It's like, what the heck? Like, what is happening? That fight was hard though. Like after that, like with the floating, whatever that thing is.
Uh-oh. Surprisingly, I did not. You're talking about like the Reaper ship, right?
No, no, like there was like one fight where you're fighting one of those things from the collector ship kind of thing, those floating things.
Oh wait, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
The Harvester.
yeah, the harvester. Well, I was like, what the heck? And all these things were fighting you at the same time. It was hard. I had to just run
Maybe.
back. I ran back all the way to like where you saw the
Oh,
the
true.
whatever the worm.
Whew.
Also, it made me realize the worm, like Tuchanka, is literally just Dune. Like they literally thought they were cooking with this freaking Thresher Mall crap. It's just Dune. They just followed the typical freaking trope of like sci-fi fantasy, I guess.
Yep.
But anyway, then you get on. Oh yeah, his brother dies, which is kind of trope. But then what happens after that? Oh, okay. Now you get to the freaking the what's it called?
The tower.
The tower.
Which I forget. Do you go in there and talk to Morden before or after you fight the
No,
Reaper?
because what before the Reaper, he's like, I'm gonna go build the cure. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah.
the
Okay,
tech
yeah, yeah.
there. They still have the science. So like, what? It's just oh yeah, everything's just
So
working
then he
out.
goes in there, and then you go to fight the Reaper
Yeah,
while
then
he's
you go
doing
fight the
that.
Reaper because
Yep.
you want to like hit the bells. So then the Mother Hulk special wall destroy
Yeah,
the
we'll come.
freaking Reaper. That
Yep.
was kind of I mean, that was easy to be honest because I just ran.
It
I just
was. You
ran
just
those things.
run in there and press the things, and you're done.
Yeah. So then the Mother of all thresh. I mean, that was still kind of cool seeing it destroy the Reaper.
Yeah.
And then after that,
Even though all it did was like bring it into the ground. So like, did it actually destroy it?
I would assume
I
so.
guess.
But then after that, what happens? Freaking. Oh yeah, yeah.
You
The
go into the
tower.
tower.
So it turns out I didn't tell Morden until the last second because then I felt guilty because I
Yep.
was like, in
Same.
a realistic like scenario, it doesn't matter about like what happens in the far
See,
future. You're just trying to destroy the
I was
Reaper.
hoping that by telling him that like maybe he would be like, you know what? Like after that whole conversation in the shuttle, be like maybe it shouldn't be cured and then like whatever. But then he goes up there anyway, and then I'm like, okay, well he'll just fix it or whatever. But then
Yeah.
he dies.
He's the only one
Like
that could.
great.
What?
He's the only one that could have gotten it right.
Yeah, that was kind of
I mean,
that's the only part. But mine was ruined because I never had Malin destroy the data or destroy his data, or I never not told Morden. So he was like disappointed in me that I wasn't going to tell him. But then I told him at the last second, and he's like, "Oh."
yeah,
I told him that I wasn't going to cure it, but talking to you, like I knew that I was doing the right
yeah,
choice
yeah.
because it's Morden or whatever.
Yeah,
So then
he
he's like,
basically
"Oh."
said, yeah, he said that I don't trust the Krogan, but I trust you.
Yeah, that
Like
was it.
basically,
And he's like,
yeah.
well, it's a good thing it was me because someone else would have got it wrong. I mean, it's a sad ending though. Just hearing
It
him
is.
like sing, I'm a
That
modern major, and then he just, I mean, I don't like how they cut him off though because it was kind of
Wait, so
corny.
would he have died either way?
Yeah, he always dies no matter what.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I figured.
Oh
Because like if you don't
well,
tell
if
him,
you
then it
make
would just take him longer. But would he still
Yeah.
cure the Genophage or not?
No, because if he went up there, he would just blow up because he can't cure it.
yeah,
That's
if you
hilarious.
save him up there.
See, but I feel like maybe did I troll because like I mean I imagine you can still beat the Reapers in the end anyway, but I feel like the Solarians would have been nice for developing the thing faster.
I mean, no matter what you do, you can beat the Reapers. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, I figure that, but
well,
like
let's
Realistically, you might, I don't know, because that's why it's a hard choice. Like, if it was an actual game, like where the choices matter, that is like a
yeah,
hard choice because, like, yeah, the Crucible, you get faster Crucible building, but you don't even know if it works. Like, technically,
yeah.
that's a whole, like, you
huh?
don't know what that thing is.
Then
It could,
Well, I mean, but
dang, Brian just left. What the heck?
dang, should we keep going? We're almost done anyway.
Yeah,
I was gonna say the if you didn't have the DLC, then yeah, you wouldn't know if it worked. But having the DLC and having the Prothean, he pretty much confirms that
that's
it
true.
would have.
No. He
They
said that he
just
never
didn't.
built, they never finished
Well,
it.
yeah, that's true. He did say they never. By the time he was in service, basically, like the Empire had been split up and
Yeah.
into cells, pretty much, and nobody really talked to each other.
It's kind of interesting that like his birth was literally fully just to be the
Yeah.
vengeance of the Prothean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Hey, what happened, right?
he got caught.
But what's annoying at the end of the mission, because I freaking because you didn't cure the Malin data, so we couldn't save her. So she dies. She dies while he's
I
getting the
mean,
cure.
just a consequence.
But why is it
You say your
only
choices
consequences
don't
for
matter.
renegade players? Never
You say your
consequence for
choices don't
paragons.
matter.
Gosh, it's no. And then because they said that because she died, like she would have been able to get all the Krogan to be together or whatever.
Yeah,
Like because she's like this. She's the mother of Krogan now because she
yeah.
helped secure the Genophage. But because she's dead, there's going to be a
Oh,
power vacuum.
I was confused this whole time. Who the fuck is Malin? But you're talking about Eve.
No, he's talking about. Wait,
You remember the Morden loyalty mission? The guy who's trying to secure the Genophage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he's talking about
Yeah,
Malin, he's talking
that's
about
his
that
name is
guy
Malin.
Oh.
Yeah, and remember the data. I chose to destroy that data.
so they weren't able to keep
Oh.
her alive.
Yeah, because I destroyed the data, Eve wasn't able to, they weren't able to figure out how to save her. So she dies.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Yeah,
but you
Dang.
knew the outcome, so why did you destroy the data anyways?
because I'm trying to do a, like, what makes sense with the context of the time
But does
for
it make
Shepard.
sense? Because if you just
Yes,
keep the data
because,
for yourself,
no, because
then
in
you
Mass
get
Effect
both.
2, like, what you know at that time is that the Krogan are war hungry, like, warmongers. Constantly. You're walking around Tuchanka and they're like, oh, we're going to show the Turians who's boss. So I'm like,
Okay, that's right,
I
but
would
in Mass
destroy
Effect
that data.
2, not destroying the data is the both of both worlds because you could decide what to do with it, even if you later on
But
you want
I
to just
don't
Yeah.
keep
want to
it.
decide what to do with it. I think that data was wrong
But how is that the better choice?
because I think destroy. It's similar to, like, let's just say you go to freaking, I don't know, you go to freaking I'm trying to think of a freaking, let's say you go to Japan, World War II,
uh, I
and
know
you
what you're
see
gonna
you
say.
see this shut up, shut up. You see this data and they're like, oh, we found a virus that can kill everyone in 1 second. Like the moment we drop the vial, it kills everyone in the earth in 1 second. It just spreads and kills
Yep.
everyone. You're like, oh, I could keep it and, just for science to figure it out. Or I could be like, we need to send this crap into space and never look at it again.
Well, that's not the same.
It is the same. Similar to Krogan, I don't want them to be cured. I think they are a menace and they are
But
not
keeping
ready for the
Bailey's
galactic
data
stage.
doesn't equal saving Krogan's or not.
What?
In the second game, you keeping the data does not equal you saving the Krogans
But
or
in the
saving
second
us.
game, me keeping the data is data that can be used to further cure the genophage. I do not want the genophage cured at all.
So you want people to continue to be oppressed and not have what they should have.
Brian, you're
They're not
ignoring the
oppressed though.
fact
We've
that
already talked about this
there's
too.
two things. One, and even Edie says this actually in Mass Effect 3, I think. Because if you talk to her, she said there's something confusing about the Krogan. The Krogan only have 1% of their births survive, but each Krogan female can have over 1,000 eggs every year.
Yeah.
So she was saying, like, within a certain lifespan, they can have over 10 billion babies within like a whatever year process, but they're not able
Yeah.
to. So that's just telling you just how much they overpopulate. With the
Yep.
genophage, they can overpopulate. Without it, with every
Wait,
freaking female,
how many can they have with the genophage?
with genophage, like let's just say 1% of all females can still have 1,000 babies a year. 1%
Wait,
of, let's
oh,
just
is
say,
that
10
what it is?
billion is still a lot. It's 1 billion.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're not. They're just
Their
mad that they
problem was
can't
that they overpopulate.
overproduce.
Yeah, they can't. That was the issue with Krogan all along, is that they overpopulate.
Yeah.
They take
Yeah.
over
Are
The
they ever
worlds, like
Genophage.
fighting?
they colonize worlds and then they overpopulate that world. So they need to hop to another colony and they
Yep.
overpopulate that one. So then they started populating or started to colonate worlds that were already having people on it. Like they were taking Turian worlds, they're taking Solarian worlds, taking Asari worlds. So that's what started the war.
Plus, don't they talk about how like Tuchanka is cramped for them?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
overpopulate.
And
They're
they're
literally,
already, and that's with the Genophage. They
yeah.
feel cramped
So that's
already.
why the only reason in Mass Effect 3 I saved it, like not even caring about what happens at the end, or rather matters or not. Like in the Shepard mind, I'm like, the only reason I'm curing it is because I don't know if the Crucible's going to work. But I do know that the Krogan can be a crazy amount of foot soldiers. And
Yeah.
like, so I'm like, okay, we need the Krogan for the ground battles.
Yep.
That's the only reason I cured it.
What would be crazy is if the
So
fucking
why then
Krogan got
destroy
like,
Baylor's data with that
I
lot?
just
But you know the Reapers are
I
coming
knew
to
they were coming, but I didn't know the scale of it. And also, I'm thinking like at the time, I do not want the
freaking one
Krogan to
Reaper
overpopulate.
almost destroyed the
I'm saying I
Citadel.
don't want the Krogan to overpopulate right now before the Reapers even come.
But you're okay
basically,
with
yeah.
putting Genophage in the third game.
Yeah, in the third game, situation changed. The facts changed.
But you watch one freaking Reaper destroy the Citadel and like a whole bunch, half the Alliance fleet,
No, no, no,
half.
no, 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 no. That just took that took half the. It wasn't half the alliance fleet.
So, if the
It was
genophage is
just a
cured,
couple
are they
squadrons.
not able to recreate another version?
They probably
I mean,
could.
you could, you could. I
In
mean, you
fact,
should.
they didn't weren't they? They were talking. Morden was talking about how he like had to correct the genophage too, because he said
Yeah.
something about they were adapting through it, and so
Mhm.
they had to recreate it again.
Which is annoying because it turns out they adapted through his changes too. Because there were a
Yeah.
couple of the females who were adapted to it,
Yep.
or they mutated. I mean, that was how they tried to fix it. They're like, oh no, they just mutated and something something something. But I was like, that doesn't make
Yep.
sense. That's literally just adapting. So they adapted again. That's what you're saying.
Trolling.
But after that, that was it. I guess now you just have
Yep.
to deal with the consequences because it seems like the Krogan are just gonna if they win the war, the Krogan are just gonna be an issue again.
But how fast do they grow?
Apparently fast. Look at freaking Grunt.
Well, yeah, but
6
the
months
grunt
old.
was grown in a lab though,
That's true.
so like he was grown to be like that.
Well, I don't
But
know.
like
I
the
thought
other
one of them
ones,
were baby. Oh man, I just saw some crazy lightning. But I thought I saw some baby Krogan at some point.
I don't remember. I mean,
I
you
don't
can look
remember,
it
but
up.
I think they're pretty big as babies because they're not birthed like mammals. They're eggs,
Oh yeah,
and it's 1,000 eggs that can be fertilized. Crazy. They're literally.
yeah.
My freaking headphones are about to run out of battery.
I mean, it just says they grow very quickly.
Yeah.
Really say how fast.
But yeah, that's the only reason I cured it because we need the foot soldiers. And but then it's also like I don't know. They keep saying like, "Oh, at the time of the Krogan, we can possibly, be a better society." This. But that's not the issue. It's like Mass Effect forgot what the issue was in the first place, or like the Mass Effect writers. The issue is the overpopulation. They can be
Yeah,
as peaceful as they want, and it's still going to be 20 billion Krogan every 10 years.
and then couple that with the fact that they're literally like the perfect. Well, maybe not the perfect species, but they're like the strongest species,
Yeah.
right? Or one of the strongest. The
So I guess
strongest
that.
sentient species.
So who knows how? That's why I wonder how they will even do Mass Effect freaking 4 if they do it. They'd
Mhm.
have to do a prequel.
Why didn't the Reapers just try to like control them? Could
They
you
did. They
imagine?
tried. That's what the whole
Uh,
thing with Mass Effect 1. Remember what pissed off Rex the first time because they were cloning a
yeah.
Krogan. So Reapers already tried, but freaking Chad Shepard always ruins their plan. But I guess that's it. That's that we went
Yep.
through everything.
That was a long ass playthrough
Yeah,
of
it
the
won't be
first
as long
round.
for like every week after will be way shorter.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I mean, I guess it was worth it to get through all this.
I mean, it was the same amount of days equals to the playtime. We had
Was it?
extra time.
That's
You
true.
just
True.
waited till later. So that's on you.
That is
I
true.
mean, there's a lot going on.
I mean, you would have just waited. It would have been the same deal. You would just played like you would have just play it faster.
True.
Yeah, I mean the issue is you guys wait last minute. If you guys just play like
I
even
mean,
once
I
every two
played some.
days.
I played like three, like a few. I forget when it was. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. And then I think I played like maybe one more mission, and then
That was 3 or 4 days ago. We started.
Well, now it should be easy then. You already did the hard part. Now you're like you just got to do 5 hours,
I mean, I got that
5 to 7
laser
hours.
rifle, so that thing just melts everything anyway. Plus, it's fully upgraded.
Oh,
So
what
Oh, you upgraded it,
class are you playing, Trevor?
Soldier.
Bryant?
Vanguard.
did you change your class, O'Neill?
I did. I changed to Vanguard. I played
Oh,
Vanguard in 1, and then I played Soldier in 2.
Vanguard's
Now I'm
fun.
playing Vanguard again.
yeah. Vanguard's the most fun class. It just is.
Just TPing around, slamming the ground everywhere, throwing
Mhm.
out shockwaves.
Sentinel is trash. It just is. Like it's cool that you get both biotic and tech, so you always have something for each enemy. But like your special ability, the tech armor, is just trash. It's useless. I mean, it's helpful because I don't die as often, but it's also just useless.
I don't even die now. I don't think I died once.
Dang, that lightning is going crazy for New Year's. I thought those were
You just have lightning.
fireworks.
Is
It's
it rain?
lightning.
Hope it strikes a firework.
A Schreier work. I heard that.
No, I
Yeah,
said I hope it strikes a firework.
no, I heard you say, I hope it strikes a Schreier work or something.
Yeah,
I
okay.
heard that mess. But yeah, that's about it.